What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Storm, Zed, Bradford, Keck Birkins here, Mark, Timmy, Cody, Stubb, Ben Kenobi, Joey, Geek Jolt, Placky, Jesse, Pone, Jacob. How you all doing today? Yeah, they are switching how Onslaught floor works, Jacob. It's just not here yet. Let me, set one more thing here. Alright, there we go. So I just did another AP reset. Imagine that, huh? I did it last night before I went to bed, and that put me at... Where did that put me? It put me at 25. I got this silly little purple logo now. I gotta get rid of that thing. We don't know yet, Jesse. They haven't said any real details yet. We're supposed to find out next Friday. David, what's up? Mutiga. Oblivious Crystal, what up, what up? Arjun, how you doing? Herobrine, how is it going? Nah, I don't use bees really, Chris. My AP resets have been with weapon manufacturers and poison dart towers. I haven't been using the Dryad at all. It's a been there, done that thing. You know, with it being such a grind game, I don't want to make it blah to me, so I try to change it up every 15 AP or so. Anyway, what I meant by minimum is I just don't have any defenses yet. I'm still going to use the DU. But all I've got right now is Skyguards, weapon manufacturers, and poison dart towers. I've got no other defenses. And the defenses I am using, as you see, like they're unmodded, unupgraded. I do have gilded shards everywhere. This is the only quality piece, so I'm basically using the weapon manufacturers to carry me as far as DPS goes. And then using that bad boy on my Skyguards. Anti-chaos and anti-ranged. Just some throwaway relics that I found. No updates are just for PC, Leo. All updates are all platforms. It's the same game on every platform. The only difference at all in between the different platforms is Xbox has some exclusives. Anyway, I'm on floor 59. I thought I was on floor 58. But apparently, I knocked floor 58 out already. So on floor 59, here we go. Frag Zombie! What's going on there, Cloud X Arion? How you doing? Anyway, let's see what we get. I'm hoping to get like 2 more AP levels this weekend, but I am gonna, this afternoon, and probably tomorrow, I am gonna play some other stuff just to mix it up a little bit. Alright. So, let's see here. The game doesn't feel like it's running really well today. I wonder if there's a Windows update again today. It feels a little jittery. Let's see, long shot and maximum effort. Let's make sure we get all the way out at max range. There we go. And over here, what do we got? EMP stabbies. Let's just throw 2 Skyguards. Actually, I don't have enough DU for 2, do I? I sure do. And we got another long shot here. Let's do that and see how it goes. I do want to upgrade both of these and then ideally not come back over here again. You had the same thing today? Yeah, I wonder what's up today. Well, that's good, Frag. Glad you're feeling a little better. It feels a little framey compared to normal. Definitely doesn't feel like normal. I don't have my frame rate counter on right now to actually look and see what kind of frames I'm getting. What's going on there, wise guy? How you doing? Yeah, 270 is a good mark then. A good mark nowadays. It's just so easy to push. The problem is there's no real rewards past 114 as far as cosmetic rewards. Now, of course, you're rewarded with like more starting ascension and all that good stuff, but it's just hard to get motivated to push past 114 with no other in-game rewards available. Be throwing y'all stuff at me, hex throwers. Still farming defense rate. That battle will never end, wise guy. Yeah, the controller servo goes really good anywhere anything is crowd controlled, David. So, like, I use it on my weapon manufacturers because they have the stun. I use it on Skyguards normally because Skyguards have the slow. And basically anything that offers some sort of crowd control is going to get the benefit of controller servo or in conjunction with others. Now the problem with, like, you know, say I used controller servo on a flame aura and slapped it down here to use together with my weapon manufacturers, that would work, but it would mean I'm always going to have to use that weapon manufacturer. Works really good on proton beams too, because proton beam mobs are always slowed unless it's you know, a mutated lane that doesn't have slow. Gunwitch is a beast there, Taylor. A lot of fun too. That's one of the main things the Gunwitch offers. I mean, besides just being wildly effective, in my opinion, it's just absurdly fun to play. I mean, it's tough to not enjoy what you're doing when you're playing the Gunwitch. Yeah, the game definitely feels a little wonky today, though. And here I wanted to not come up this way, and this is like the heaviest lane, it seems like. And it depends on what state of the game you're in, too. Like, with my weapon manufacturer set up with Shocking Revelations, Tenacity, and Controller Servo, that's going to be really, really good until I decide to make a super high Onslaught push. If I decide to go up to floor 400, floor 500, something ridiculous like that, then I'm going to get more benefit out of probably adding a Boom Servo instead. As the mob health is just going to be so high, it's going to give me more overall damage. But I like what it's doing right now for me. I do intend to use it on the proton beams too once I get those all dialed in. I wonder if any of these darts are being blocked by this post. Let me watch it. Let's see here. Floor 10, you don't really have a whole lot of mutators or anything there yet, Phoenix, so I mean, you can basically use just about anything. All you have to do is look at the mobs you're facing. You know, if you get cyborgs, then you want to avoid auras. You know, if you get geodes, then you'll want to avoid projectiles. But at floor 10, you're still, you're pretty early in the Onslaught climb, so there's not going to be a whole lot of enemies or mutators there to face. It's fun. I enjoyed going up through the Onslaught ranks. Guess I didn't really need 2 Skyguards over here, did I? Man, these Hex Throwers are putting hurting on me here. At floor 10, I wouldn't really suggest trying to fine-tune any build, Phoenix. You're very early in the game still. So don't worry about all that stuff yet. I mean, as you see, like right now on floor 59, my defenses aren't fine-tuned. I mean, I've got stuff without mods, stuff not upgraded. It's too early for you to have to worry about that. So it's basically just use the right defense versus the enemy you're facing. That's the only challenge. What's going on there, Partek? Oh, I hear you, David. I actually went to bed early last night. I've been depriving myself of sleep again. And last night it just... That's why I actually started the stream late today, too. I just could not... I had to go to sleep. I couldn't, just couldn't do it. But I was going to play some Warframe last night as well. I'm going to try to get in some today. Omni's been all Warframed out here the last few days. Kind of funny. Come on, Mr. Geode. Come get wrecked. We don't know exactly yet, but there will be no 3-map floors anymore. We do know that. I think everyone is assuming it's going to be 1 map per floor. No, no mods disappear. You reset, nothing disappears. You don't lose any items. Every item you have will still be there. Now the items get leveled down, and you just have to level them back up with the crafting system. But yeah, there's nothing lost from using Ancient Power. No, Earth Shatters are magic damage. They're crushing damage, though, which is important with the Shatter combos. I have noticed the game crashing more there, Holy Key. No doubt about it. It's been happening to me multiple times every single day. There's one called Toe Roaster that's from Onslaught, no Mike, and that's for enemies that you travel underneath while you're underground will take fire damage. And then there's another one for Ancient Power that regens your lava juice. The lava juice. You should have to re-download one to two files every single time you exit the game there, Zero Matter, but that shouldn't be what's causing the game crashes. That's just the changes to the change file from you logging in. But every game on Steam, anytime that you load the game and then exit, there should always be one file changed. Oh, I missed. How did I miss? Missed with old Betsy. And then here's that other one. I've actually gotten a couple of them. These are the ancient power ones for the Lavamancer. Earth and power chip. +5 molten power per second while submerged. So basically, it wants you to play submerged with the Lavamancer. With both of those mods, your molten power stays active, and you're burning enemies with that toe roaster. Failing because of the dryad. I don't understand. I didn't fail. I'm not sure, Partek. Probably so. I actually kind of really want to play something different tonight. I'm not positive what that's going to be yet, though. Anyway, let's move on to map number 2 here. I've been itching to play Astroneer in the Long Dark again. But on the same note, I kind of want to check out that Horde Bash on Fortnite, and I want to play Warframe. So, I mean, I need someone to extend the hours to like 48 hours a day. That would be perfect. And there'd be lots of game time. Let's see. Anything good? Anything good? Not much loot in Onslaught. That's the crappy part about it. Unless you get a Game Ogre lane, you just don't find much loot. Oh, you're talking to Jacob? More bees, Jacob. The answer with the Dryad is 100% always more bees. I mean, it's a bee spam hero, you know. Add a slime or a PDT and on controlled burn lanes, and besides that, spam bees everywhere. Let's see, Cyfrost Vanguard throwers, that's nice. We'll get no Frost Orcs out of that lane. EMP, Cyfrost Womps. Alright, we got Frost Orcs right out of the gates here. So I'm going to throw in another PDT down here for anything that makes the turn, because some stuff is going to push past that weapon, man. Hex Sigard throwers. This one's a piece of cake. Might lose the sub-objective, but oh, we will see. So that leave me 260. I don't know, Lightrayne. I kind of want to pick myself. That I'm not even positive I'm going to be streaming late tonight yet. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, might as well. If the choices were Astroneer, Astroneer, the Long Dark, Warframe, or some Fortnite. That's between those four, probably. I do want to start a playthrough of that Defense Task Force soon, too, but that's not one that you can do on stream. I mean, you could, but it would be very boring to watch. There's a lot of grind stuff that would need to get edited out. Replaying same maps and stuff like that. Forgot the poll command? Fair enough. Exclamation PDT in chat there, Arner. I don't have these set up properly. Doing an Ancient Power reset, you don't really maximize anything. You just go with whatever you have. So the only thing that I personally felt was required, or not required, but would make life easier for me during Ancient Power is I'm using Piercer Servo and Melee Boom. But it was just, it's because I found those on an item. It's not because, you know, I didn't move anything around. It's all unupgraded stuff. Ballistas are easy there, Bradford. Just do the same thing as cannons. The only difference is take out Stunfire and put in Splody Harpoons. I mean, pretty much every defense is the same. There's not like wildly different builds to do between different defenses. You can use everything. You can do everything exactly the same and win. Well, I like the EV2 there, Ravina, but that's all opinion. You know, you should use who you think would be the most fun. I don't have any harpoons set up. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I've only got 3 defenses right now. I'm not going to stop and change things around because I'm going to reset again as soon as I get to floor 65. So it's a grind. It's grind mode. It's not, you know, creative play around with different defenses mode. I'm using what, in my mind, is the most effective setup, which is weapon manufacturers and poison dart towers. And then Sky Guards, of course, for the flyers. That mod's kind of stinks, Spoon Warrior. It's pretty unfortunate. Because in theory, it's pretty dang cool. But as far as overall damage gains, it's not very good. None of those, the only one, or I don't want to say the only one, but like the Ballista poison kind of stinks. The Sand Viper poison one kind of stinks. I mean, as far as DPS goes. Now, as far as like having more utility for a controlled burn lane, they're awesome. And in fact, the Vipers particularly do really, really good on controlled burn lanes. But their overall damage is kind of nerfed from having that mod on there. It's just not enough. You know, it's not enough damage. Seems like the music crept up again. Does the music seem too loud to you guys? What do you guys think? Seems like it creeped up in volume a little. Shellyum shards are a thing of the past, Revolution. Well, like I said, the mod itself, in thought, it's a great mod. But when you do the math, it's just not very good. Alright, the music getting too bad. Yeah, the Ember Mount Flames is good, but it's kind of... nothing lives that long. That's another one that's really good in theory, but just nothing lives that long. So it's... I mean, it doesn't matter that your dot lasts 50 seconds now, because everything's dead in 6, you know? Oh, I'll never get it that high, Greg. Your starting ascension doesn't go up unless you push past your previous point. So it's... in fact, I won't do any more increases. You get the evolution materials. Revolution. The vials of Gato tears, stuff like that. It doesn't pop up on your screen, it just adds it to your bag. Gamanola, thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate it a ton. But yeah, Shellyum is completely unused. Actually, it hasn't been used in a really long time. So it's not been a thing for, I want to say, 2 years. If you still have any, you screwed up. Because there was a window back 2 years ago, right before they got rid of it, where it sold for a ridiculously high amount. And if you sold all your Shellyum then, you made a really nice profit off of it. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, Spoon Warrior. I mean, whatever works for you. You know, by all means, everyone should do their own builds. It's just there is no path in the game where a mob would walk for 50 seconds. There's just not even a single path anywhere in the entire game. So it's, to me, that mod could have a little bit more pizzazz if it was something a little different than that. I don't know. I mean, it's a good mod, and I will put it on my fishers, no doubt about it. But I mean, it seems like too much of that one thing. They could have just changed the mod and made it fishers make enemies burn forever, because that's how long it lasts. I think they may have learned their lesson with the Shellyum shards, Partek. I made like, I want to say like 20 or 30 million gold off of Shellyum shards back in the state of the game where if you had 1 million gold, you were insanely rich. Just to give you a rough idea. So, I mean, it gave me a big old chunk of gold. It's still not going to last 50 seconds, Spoon Warrior, is what I'm saying. There is no mob that's going to live for 50 seconds unless you make it live for 50 seconds. And then all you're doing is wasting time. I stream every day at 1 p.m. Pacific, Phoenix. Today I'm an hour late because I overslept. Just had to get some sleep. Oh, that was even before Nightmare, Partek, or it may have been right at the beginning of the Nightmare era. I've never heard of a Night Core. You mean Soul of Night? Souls of Night are junk. Throw them away. Sell them to some fool on the marketplace if you don't mind screwing people over. I mean, that's basically what it is. They're unused. They won't be used again. Trendy has already said they're wasting a space in your inventory. Get rid of them because we're never going to use them again. So, yeah, just get rid of them. Do I have a decent sleep schedule? No, I don't. I usually sleep 3 or 4 hours a day, and then when it catches up to me, I pass out for 10 hours or whatever. I mean, you just have to make the choice, Spoon. Do you want to run 3-minute waves, or do you want to run 30-second waves? It's up to you. You know, how long do you want to make each game last? Because you can make them last as long as you want. Or you can kill the mobs fast and get multiple maps done in the same amount of time. So it's just a matter of effectiveness. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I love the mod. I use the mod. But I think the mod is kind of ridiculous. Plus it hurts you with the 10 target limit thing, which is not good. You throw one fisher down into entrance and 10 mobs go through it and get lit on fire. None of the other mobs coming out are being burned by the fisher. So it's got mixed, you know, there's mixed results from it, or mixed I got mixed emotions on it. Don't turn into that guy, Partek. That's not what I said. Please. People have been masters at misquoting me lately, and it's very, very irritating. There's like 2 or 3 people in the DD2 community that take things I say and completely twist them around, and it just pisses me off. Oh, did you get the Mega Man X collection there, Rage? Nice. If it wasn't $40, dude, I'd be all over it. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? More Chaos 7. They gotta make this thing sellable. I put a bunch of them in my bank. Because Partech's been my #1 troll lately there, David. Let's see. What do we got? This is a 1 PD tier. On this map, basically I look for the frost mobs or heavy lanes. Yeah, this is a 1 as well. And then remember, you always gotta, if you're doing a low aggro build, you always gotta look for hex throwers on that lane. Actually, we got them on both and that lane. Because since there's no aggro, this is the closest target. And hex throwers will throw at it from the spawn. What's on my PDT? I got a junker on my PDT. I'm using Melee Boom and Piercer Servo, unupgraded, just a throwaway. The jump from C6 to C7 is actually pretty easy, William. If you can do C6, you can do C7. C7 is, you know, you can walls and flamars and call it good. You know, it's really, really easy compared to C6. To me, C6 was more difficult. Just getting used to the hex throwers. Of course, once you got used to the hex throwers... I've got to do 15 more, Froggy, till I'm done. 40 AP is, 40 Ancient Powers is the mark for me. What's going on, Paco? How you doing? Good morning to you, too. Let's see, I got a bunch of DU left. That one shouldn't be bad. This lane just being so close to the core never hurts to have a little bit extra something there. Did I miss a lane or something? Oh, I did. I never put weapon mans in. That explains it. Derp. 1 PDT. Yeah, 1 PDT is not going to hold it. Oh, I can't wait to get it done with. Get done with Ancient Power and be able to just play the game and have fun, you know? If I want to climb, I can climb. If I want to grind XP, I can grind XP or farm shards. I'm definitely looking forward to that moment. Alright, so this should be the toughest lane right here. So I'm going to upgrade both of these. And then just keep an eye on it here. I've actually yet to... I haven't made it through the tutorial on Warframe yet there, Sam. So I know nothing about the game. I know nothing about it other than everyone tells me I need to try it out. Literally everyone who has ever played it. I just reset Ancient Power, Paco, so I'm getting back up to floor 65. I've got 15 more Ancient Powers to do until I'm done. And just trying to get them done. I actually want to get them done before the next update. I'm really looking forward to Mega Man 11. I just explained it, Jacob, because there's hex throwers in that lane that will throw at these sub-objectives if you're not using walls. It doesn't matter how you set them. blast. Put them however you want. In theory, if you spread them out more, if you basically, the tighter you put them together, the more of a brute force technique you're using. If you spread them out, you're going to increase the amount of time they're inside because they're moving. Instead of being stunned here and having this area to get through, they'll have a longer area to get through, getting stunned the whole time as well. So, I mean, theoretically, it would be more effective to spread them out. However, in this state of the game, you can brute force them pretty easily, too. So, just doing the brute force technique. Oh, wow, everybody voted Warframe, huh? Nobody cares about Astroneer. Astroneer's such a fun game. Sad times. Well, thanks, Airwonka. Well, that's the downside of playing a small indie game. You know, it's got a small player base. No clue, Michael. They haven't told us yet. We're supposed to find out more info next Friday. So a week from yesterday, we'll find out more info. I would guess that the update's going to be the week after that, would be my guess. Oh, I got no Warframe skills. 0. You can just click right on that link there, Froggy. There's a poll right there. Right underneath the poll results. The poll's still open. You can still click on it. So I think we're good over here. Got all this really beefy. Just gonna watch this one for a sec. That explosive makes a big difference on the PDTs. Got about half of the darts are shooting into this rail, though, it looks like. Well, now they're making it. There's only a few. Well, thanks there, Jay Miller. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, dude. What floor is this? Oops. Wrong button. Floor 60, alright. Got a geode popping out. Looks like it's wrecked. No loot, of course. Defense rate, defense range, and deadly strikes on every defense. Jacob, every defense in the game right now that I'm using today, that's what I'm using. It's the new meta, you know. Those three are is the power setup. You know, now you can put those shards in to give you a base and then fine-tune your defense and do different things with it from there. Like, for example, on cannonballs, I like to use either the stun or heavy cannonball. So I would pull out either deadly strikes or destruction in that situation. Or like the proton beams. Proton beams, I want to have the frosty beams going on it all the time. And proton beams don't have range, so I would pull deadly strikes out and put frosty beams in its place. But if you can start every single defense in the game with those 3 shards and then build from there. I mean, in a lot of cases, those are the only 3 shards you'll need to use. But any changes, you know, like frostbite towers. Frostbite towers aren't going to gain a benefit from destruction, so you would pull out destruction. Although they gain a benefit from defense rate, it's minimal. So you can pull out defense rate and then go with like Frosty Power and Empowered Frostbite or something along those lines. That's up to you, Jacob. It's the same. You get to the same result. It depends on how much money you want to spend. I mean, there is no better. You know, if you got an unlimited budget and you want to drop a bunch of cash, then, you know, you can guild all your shards today. But it might cost you $1,000. Trying to go through and find everything. What's going on there, Tom? How you doing? Alright, wave 5. Make sure this is going to hold up. I should have lots of Frosties. Yeah, gilded shards are definitely not necessary to progress. I mean, no doubt about it. Gilded shards are an endgame luxury. You definitely don't need them to progress. It's for min-maxing once you get to the end. Uh-oh, Astroneer's catching up. See, all you gotta do is give Astroneer a shout out. I can't believe nobody's picking Fortnite though. 1 vote for Fortnite. It's got that Horde Bash mode. I did get that soldier there, Lightrayne, but it's blue. I'll have to upgrade it. But I did get it. Nah, C7 isn't even either, William. I would say if you decide to push high in Onslaught, high being, say, over 120. If you decide to push past that point, that's when mods will become very helpful for you. Yeah, just a matter of doing it. That's the hard part, Lightrayne. Turning it on and doing it. All you gotta do is say free llama, and I'm always logging in and getting my free llama. But what's going on there, Zhao? How you doing? Nah, that's the exact opposite, Froggy. Most of the DD2 fans hate Fortnite for some reason. I just don't understand why, because it's an awesome game. It really is. I mean, it's another grinder game. A mini boss is every boss in the game. There's yeah. The bosses are Betsy, the Demon Lord. Mini bosses are every boss you'd see on a normal map. Thank you very much for subscribing there, Duffy. I do appreciate it. What do we got? Stabby Kamikazes with long shot. I think we'll actually be good with this. Lava Zerker Womps with Spellbreaker. Nah, as far as to save the world, I just, like I said, I don't get it, because it really is a fun game. Alright, what do we got here? EMP Stabbies. EMP Zappers. Alright, so let's go with a Skyguard here. And a Skyguard there. Skyguard Womps. Alright, let's get some poison on these lanes. Let's go one here and one there. Make sure we're stunning them up inside the poison. And what have I got left? 410. Wow, got tons left. Okay, we got Timmy and Sigard throwers. I think for Timmy, I'll double PDT it. No real tough lanes this time. Actually, I got enough left for one more. Might as well throw it over here, because I don't want to have to run over here. Something like that. That should work. Hopefully. We'll find out. Yeah, once you prestige, it just gives you one, Alex. As soon as you hit the button, after it goes through the little animation of you gaining an ancient power, when you pop back out of it, it just gives you one of the weapons. It pops it up and... Yeah, there's a lot of junk on that front page of the wiki. I wish Lalta would open it up. I don't know, because he hasn't answered me on it, but I'm assuming that the person that's been working on the wiki is maybe a trendy intern, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't even know that. It's a complete guess. But I'm assuming Trendy just doesn't want to give anyone in the community any moderation power on the wiki. Which is unfortunate, considering wikis are supposed to be community driven, but, you know, whatever. Oh, I've sent them lots of messages. I wouldn't grind gold too much there, Jacob, but you definitely want to have a little. You know, you're going to want to do some more upgrading afterwards. That's one of the big benefits of gilded shards, besides getting you to the caps. Man, they're both really good. They're chaos. I mean, your best bet is to do both and have PDTs and Earth Shatters. But Earth Shatters are absolutely incredible. No doubt about it. But PDTs are as well. They're in a really good place right now. Having the changes to crit damage and defense power, the dart damage got buffed quite a bit on PDTs. Plus the poison damage got buffed quite a bit. So you got, basically PDTs got double buffed. But Earth Shatters combine just a lot of good stuff into one defense. I mean, they're really, really good. No love over here. Let's get some ups on these. How are these Sky Guards holding up? Well, no mana left anyway. Yep, not enough. Guess we'll have to call it good here. Nice, Tristan. Grats. This is actually holding up really good. Right now they're right at around 1,000,000 DPS per node. A little bit less at the moment, because my ascension level is still lower since I just reset. Once I get probably another 150 ascension or so, they'll definitely be over 1,000,000. Get these all juiced up. Might as well throw some love on this one too. There we go. I started playing it the day it became available, Miss You. It was like 4 years ago in February, I think it was. And then the non-disclosure got lifted on it 4 years ago in October. So my first stream was actually on that day too. My first DD2 stream, Isom actually showed up and said hi. I was so stoked. I'm gonna try to get Trendo to give me some stuff to give away for the anniversary stream this year. I'm sure they will. Isom would have. We'll have to see if Lalta will. I'm sure Lalta will hook it up. Let's see. We got a hex thrower over here. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm not really sure what you're asking there, Zhao. Skeletal archers have explosive arrows, which, in my opinion, could use a little bit of love, maybe. In theory, I love that shard. Well, somehow I managed to pick him out of the crowd with the nuke. This guy's gonna be dead before he even gets out. Yeah. Now give me my loot. Give me my loot. I don't like to do it. I'm shady. It's without a doubt my least favorite map. If I wasn't streaming, I would have skipped it. I don't like skipping maps on stream. I do it every now and then, but I don't like to do it. And off to the temple. If you could trade shards, my gold problems would be completely gone. So, I mean, I got no problem with being able to trade shards. The shard grind is terrible right now. I mean, it always has been. It's the worst, one of the worst grinds in the game. I mean, now we get mods on top of it. But with mods, although we all want perfect mods aren't required. Mods are in addition to, you know. They're not a, you must have this level of mod to be able to complete the content. They're, any mod you use makes life easier. Yeah, nothing, huh? Thank you very much for subscribing there, Silence. It's a known bug there, James. You just have to move your crafting material around. Shadow Industries, same thing. Move your crafting material around. Like if, say, you needed Vial of Spooking, move it to another spot or to another bag, and then that should resolve that issue. You gotta ask something more specific than that, Silence. I mean, what's your question? I mean, yeah, I could talk about armor mods and pets for about 2 hours, but I wouldn't be able to play a map. So you just have to give me a little bit more specific question. I'd be more than happy to answer whatever question you have. Alright, we got Frosty Fodder. This is going to be... Oh, we got double Frost Orc lanes. Controlled burn. This is going to be heavy duty Poison Dart Tower action. And this is where you guys will see the dart damage buff. Because dart damage definitely got buffed. You know what, let's just go completely ham here. I'm going to have to work this lane too, but all these PDTs are going to wreck that. There's going to be darts flying everywhere. Cack Birkin, thank you very much. I do appreciate it a ton. EMPs, let's go ahead and just go with 2. This is floor 60, Tristan. Like I said, coming off of a fresh AP reset. Let's see, let's double Skyguard this mess. Do we want to triple Skyguard it? Actually got plenty of DU, might as well. Let's triple it. Put this one back as far as I can. My Skyguards are not hitting very hard right now, so I'm not shy with the Skyguards. I got no problem putting a second. Alright, looks like we're back. That is so damn irritating. I just don't know what the problem is. I thought it may have been a problem with OBS. OBS had a bug in it that was not allowing any updates, so I got that all squared away today. But I just keep losing connection to either the YouTube server or the Twitch server. It happens on both. And I'm not losing connection anywhere else. Anyway, let me double check the log here real quick. Jacob, thank you very much. I do appreciate it a ton. No, it's not your internet. I'm shady. It's something on my end here. Ability power there, Zhao. See, and now it looks like it's all stabilized out. I just have no clue what's going on. Yeah, but that's the thing, playlist namer, is it's not affecting anything else. It's only affecting OBS. Like the music server doesn't stop, it's just going no problem. The game itself is just, no disconnect, just going no problem. So I'm not really sure what it is. If I stream tonight, it'll be on Twitch, David, yeah. Exclamation, there you go, Lightrayne's all over it. Say exclamation nuke, it's all right there, guys. Let's head back over and keep an eye on this Frosty lane. With all this ridiculous PDT-ness. Let me upgrade that, just to be safe. Alright, let's see some darts flying. This is unmodded. I'm in exclamation PDT to see how I normally set them up. This, however, is unmodded. It's just using junk that I found. Now, remember, no matter how many PDTs you put here, they will not hold the lane on their own. They need something else. Although they're ridiculous amounts of damage, they do need something else. So, like in this situation, the something else are these weapon manufacturers. Man, they smoked it. Yep, Assassin decided against it. Alright, what do we got? Zerker throwers down here. No, you get unlocks in Expedition Silence. So, like, doing a Chaos 7 Expedition unlocks floor 55. And then, see, that's what I'm doing. After I do an AP reset, I do one Chaos 7 Expedition, and it unlocks floor 55 for me. And then I just have to do 55 to 65. Still want to keep an eye on this PDT lane. Right, let's see if it's going to still continue to hold. But anyway, my goal with my PDT was to find a throwaway relic that's unmodded, that just came with decent mods on it, that I could trade and then rebuy every time I reset Ancient Power. So I found this one. It's not a very good one, but it's got Melee Boom and Piercer Servo on it, which are the two of the things I thought would be the strongest additions just for AP throwaway grinder relic. As soon as I'm done Ancient Power resets, the relic I'm using here will be just vendored. It's not something I'm going to be keeping around. It's already there, Tam. It's been there for months. I haven't done a new one since the Protean update, but nothing has changed with Frost mobs. They're still the exact same mobs. I probably should do a new one now, though, now that we can move elements around. And Frost Orcs actually did get changed. Frost Orcs got nerfed a little bit. They're still Frost Orcs, but it acts more like a stacking Kursakazi buff now than it does a straight up shut it down. It keeps reducing the attack speed on it. Sigurd Lava Throwers with proximity. This one should be an easy lane. That proximity will make the weapon mans just hit like a truck. What do we got for a boss? We got a Tuskar. I'll just keep an eye on Tuskar when he comes out. Yeah, training shards may never be a thing. We're still not sure there yet, Zhao. It may get added in, but Trendy is not confirmed that they're 100% going to do it yet. They said that they've been thinking about it, but they haven't confirmed that it's definitely going to happen. Alright, see if Tuskar is going to die. Looks like he is. Yep. Alright, no need to panic. Well, just, I mean, the thing you gotta realize is those shards that you want are gonna be really, really expensive. So, save up your gold, because there's not gonna be any cheap. As far as destruction, deadly strikes, and defense rate, you're not gonna find any cheap ones. I mean, in fact, I would say probably the cheapest any of those would go is maybe 10 million. They're not going to be cheap. Because they're the hottest items in the game, you know? Alright, so we added in geohex throwers into the mix. Let's just go two more PDTs and upgrade it all up, and I think that will cover it. It looks pretty good. Well, anything will kill Frosty's Demon Child. I find the Ramster is very good for that. I'm not even sure if you can put fire on PD or on Weapon Man's. Or yeah, it looks like you can. It doesn't have the little tag over him. You definitely want to use the AoE defense, but Ramsters do a great job on Frosty Lands. And if you convert them to Fire Rams, oh man, it's a good game. You should clear double that, Tristan, for sure. You don't want to reset right away. There's a video about that as well. Now, talking about Onslaught, the mobs in the Incursion are pretty easy. You can just spam anything and win against those. That's where Frost mobs came from, is from the Revenge of the Yeti Incursion. But where they became a problem is definitely in Onslaught. But now, with mods, they're not kind of a non-issue. You just have to pay attention to them, you know? Make sure you're building, setting yourself up for success in those lanes. I would guess hyper shards will be unsellable, would be my guess. But I mean, I don't know. But if they are sellable, they'll definitely be at the max. So 100 mil, no doubt about that. I mean, they're worth more than that, really, when you think about it. Got a stuck baddie up in there, and of course, it's got to be one of the controlled burn ones. Dang it. Well, there we go. Got lucky, the drench procced. Alright, where's it at? Over yonder. It's not a matter of you can't gild them, it's a matter of you can't get 11 of them. You can open up the guild interface on them. I mean, theoretically, you could guild hyper shards. You just can't get 11 of them, is the problem. But yeah, the guild interface is actually there. It's just a matter of getting all the shardage. Alright, I think that'll work. Hex Sigard throwers, that should be a relatively easy lane. I think I'm going to stay on Frost lane duty over here. With the mother load of PDT-ness. Like Kellyon, where he at? He's at the front of the Weapon Man's, it looks like on the mini-map. So I shouldn't have to worry about that. Yep, it's gone. Yeah, hyper shards go back down. I just don't see why you would want to put fire on them. I personally would never put fire on weapon mans. In fact, I will only have fire on one thing if they add those Chaos 8 shards back in. Because you're really, really going to want that electrocute combo. And weapon mans are actually, although it's not listed as storm damage, it will proc the electrocute combo versus drenched enemies. So, I mean, I'll be throwing water elemental on my weapon mans if they ever allow Chaos 8 shards. That's going to make them so ridiculously absurd. Yeah, that one's more for fun than anything else. There we go. Piece of cake. What was that? That was floor 60. Yeah, the natural fire defenses as well, like Lightrayne mentioned. Use all four of their phase. There's no reason for you to ever limit yourself to only using 2 or 3 defenses. The reason I'm doing it right now is because I don't have any other defenses. All of my stuff is campaign quality. If I was to add a mod, now I personally won't add a mod to it because, like I said, weapon mans are already proccing the electrocute combo. Even though it's not storm damage, so to speak. You know what, let me take a peek at this. See, I know I've got a storm damage mod. Or there's a fire. Let me throw this fire on here real quick. Yep, it definitely works. Turns it to fire. It would say on it if it wasn't functioning properly. But I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't suggest changing it. I would leave it as it is. But, you know, to each his own. If you want to change them and make them fire, then change them and make them fire. The thing with frost lanes is the only thing that really gives you a problem out of frost lanes are frost orcs. Alright, we get anything that time? Nothing. You can get 1 per floor, Zhao. And then you can get them again, 1 per floor, every time you do an Ancient Power reset. See, what was that? That was lava throwers. We got hex throwers over here, so let's definitely reflect that up. Oh, I'm definitely going to play Astroneer again, Blast. I just don't know when. The poll is not a set in stone. It's a what would you guys like to see type thing. I may not even stream tonight. I might just do edited content. It depends on, I mean, I gotta get all the other enemy types done. So, I mean, I've got no shortage of videos that I need to get recorded and edited. But there's no doubt about going to be more Astroneer in my life at some point soon. I absolutely love that game. Alright, I got enough for one more somewhere. What were these lanes like? Actually, I don't really have any really rough lanes this time. Those get armored, which buffs me. I think down here, maybe, I could just throw another one. No, I wouldn't say Dryad is the most powerful. I would say Dryad is one of the most powerful, but definitely not the most powerful. I don't think I could pick what's the most powerful. I mean, the EV2 is a stronger builder than the Dryad is at the moment. The Dryad's just easier for people that don't understand the mobs, because you can just spam the bees around everywhere. But, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind weapon manufacturers will get changed again. They're really, really strong. I hope they don't completely remove the stun. And if they do, I hope that they increase the amount of damage or something, or give us some other novelty. Man, this is all just getting burned, huh? I got pretty lucky lane rolls on this one. Only floor 61. Got some stuck mobs. Nope, they died. Got everything down here upped already, too. Get a little love on those PDTs. Oops. Good enough. Tomorrow, gonna be doing, gonna be live at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Actually, I need to just make that permanent, because it's Sundays has been very, very nice sleeping in a couple of extra hours. So I'm probably going to make that a permanent change on Sundays, streaming at 3 p.m. instead of 1 p.m. But going to be doing some viewer runs again. Not sure what we're going to be doing yet, but we're going to be doing something. Ballistas are good, Ashley. Once you get to the, if you can get to the range and rate caps with your shards, then melee damage, melee boom, and whatever as a third are very solid choices. You'll probably need either range or rate as a third mod, just because you're going to want that splody harpoons on it as well. But ballistas are definitely strong. I just wish they were DD1 ballistas is my only complaint with them. I loved DD1 ballistas. Those things were so awesome. Yeah, win streaks are extra gold. Extra gold and XP. Up to 20%. It shows it right on your screen when you end a map. Now, win streaks don't work in Onslaught, of course. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Doug. I mean, the Dryad's mean DPS. No doubt about it. Oops, screwed up my nuke there a little. That's one benefit of the last hit nuke monk, is it hits the whole pack. It's great for stuck mobs when there's a bunch of stuck mobs right at the entrance. Oh, it just melts them. Gots to love them harps there, Ben. No, water does not drench enemies, Paco. There's a Elemental Basics video you should watch. Give you a little better understanding of all of the elements. What do we got here? We got Malthius and an Ogre. Piece of cake. They're regional sometimes, Silence, so you probably will have to copy-paste it, but you can just copy-paste it. But sometimes there's regional restrictions on YouTube links. Exclamation PDT and Lightrayne's all over it. Let's see, here comes the Ogre. There's the Ogre. Let's see if old Malthius will stick his big old head out here. Got an assassin first. There we go. Yeah, the old Ramparts map. I tell you what, I got real spammy with the archers on that old Ramps map too. I put archers everywhere on that map. Like I said, you have to copy paste it there, Silence. It's regionally restricted, probably. If you copy paste it, it won't be a problem. No element will drench enemies. The only way to drench enemies is with a shard or a defense that drenches. So like you can use the Drenching Strike shard. If you're on Xbox, you can use that Cannonball shard. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, you just have to copy paste it. It don't matter what you're on. If you copy paste it, it'll work. Like I said, it's just something funny with the way YouTube redirects links. Onsen Bath, that's the one. Yeah, that you can add Onsen Bath to cannons. Let's see, let's get this Skelly first. Nope, where'd he go? Well, that was weird. That Skelly completely disappeared. That was suspect. I didn't see anything hit it. Very strange, very strange. What did we get there? Oh, it's a protective downgrade. Nothing good. I'm upgrading one relic. They're all-stars. Everything else I'm using beater pieces from the marketplace. There's another Defender pack. I'll take it. Thank you very much, Defendy packs. I do appreciate it. You just got to sign back in there, Demon. Restart your PS4. Does the same thing on the Xbox. If you get signed out, it's not the game, it's the Xbox or PlayStation servers. Alright. Let's see, we got EMP Stabbies. What kind of flyers we got over there? EMP Dargans. We got Controlled Burn on that lane. Tell you what, let's go with a Skyguard up top. And then we'll PDT it down below here. In fact, I think I might double PDT this lane. Just because of the flyers. It's an easy lane, really, Geo Hex throwers, but having the flyers mix in with it. Just want to make sure everything dies. Frosty Zerker Fodder. This is going to be another one. Good lord. The Frost Orcs are showing up en masse today. Double PDT it. Geohex Zerkgar throwers. This one shouldn't be too terrible. So we'll just one PDT this one. Sounds like you should contact support then, Demon Child. I mean, anytime I have a problem with PlayStation or Xbox, I just restart my machine and go from there. I mean, there's no reason anything you purchased won't still be there if you restart your machine, you know? But if it's bugged and not working... Alright, there we go. I don't know. It did it again. I don't know what's going on. I gotta dig into this and figure this out. It's been like more than 2 weeks now that it's been doing that. It's very, very irritating. Yeah, that's all I'm doing is the Weapon Man Relic. What's going on there, Worst Player? How you doing? It's dropping on me again. Let's see if it stabilizes here. I might have to stop and restart the stream to see if it's a software problem or a hardware problem. It looks like it recovered. Let me take a look here. Yeah, my CPU load is at nothing. My memory load is at nothing. Or it's not nothing, but it's really, really low. It's so weird. I literally have just no idea what could be causing these problems with this. See if that got it. Alright, we'll see if that took care of it. Completely stopping and restarting the stream. Like I said, this is just a very mysterious problem I'm having. I don't really understand what's going on. Oh, well, there you go. That's probably your problem right there, then, Demon Child. If PSN is doing maintenance, you're not going to be able to play DD2 online and get all your stuff until they finish. You have to be connected, you know? Yeah, I'm using Weapon Man's on Cyborg lanes, Paco. I'm using the tenacity mod. Almost fell off. Almost fell in the drink. I'm gonna try, I guess for my next stream, I'm gonna try cranking the bitrate back down again. Just one, Dennis. I'm upgrading one relic. Is it? All tooltips are bugged, Paka. None of them are giving you accurate DPS numbers. Every tooltip in the game. Alright, I'm not really sure what's going on today, everybody. I do apologize. But I completely reset everything just still to see if it's something on my end, but I'm having real trouble staying connected to YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it a little bit short and call it a day there. So as I mentioned, I do apologize to everybody, but thank you all so much for swinging by. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time around. Take it easy.